So I'm sure you guys know that one guy that consistently gets a great deal on every car that they buy. There's actually a couple of secrets onto that. Uh, I want to help you guys become that guy, or at least get better deals on the cars that when you do buy them. If you're watching this video, obviously you're on the right track. Every car is different, and I can't specifically tell you what the right price, the right deal, how low you can negotiate on a specific car, but I can give you the guidelines and kind of the industry marks, the seasonal data of what I do know. I've been in business for over 8 years, so I'd like to share my knowledge with you guys. The price of the vehicle is actually largely affected by the desire and the need. What do I mean by that? If you need a car right now, that means you're probably willing to pay a little bit more for it. There's a need for it, immediate need. You need a transportation, you need to get to work. You can't wait. Also, there's a desire. If you found a specific vehicle that you want, and maybe you've been wanting for a while, we call these things, these purchases, impulse purchases. When people walk in and they see the car that they've been wanting and they buy it, there's actually a term for that, and people do, measure that when people walk in on their car lot and say, "Oh man, look at this thing." So at least all the big guys do. So if you have either one of those, either impulse to buy, you have really desired vehicle, or have a need to buy a car, you're going to pay a little bit more. So basically, in the end, it comes down as time is of the essence, and the time is not on your side. So to put the time on your side, basically what you have to do is plan ahead. Okay, so if you adjust your purchasing pattern, ahead of time, if you know what to do, then you will consistently get better price. You need to decide what's more important to you. Is it getting a great deal or getting that specific car? Because if you wait a little bit longer, it might be sold. But we'll get a little bit more into that later in the video. So, exact same car can be priced differently. Exact same car by exact same seller can be priced differently. Whether that, when they wake up in the morning and decide to sell that car, you may have different price. Exact same car. Why? Okay, basically two things are going to be your trends in the market and the personal issues. The trend in the market is affecting supply demand. There's two major seasons when you don't want to buy a vehicle. You don't really want to buy a vehicle in between the end of February and March and maybe beginning of April. And you don't really want to buy a car in the end of August, in the beginning of August. And those are two major seasons for car sales. That means supply demand goes up, supply stays the same, and therefore the prices go up. So if you buy in those seasons, you're guaranteed to pay a little bit more for your vehicle, sometimes a lot more. Now, there's also great times to buy, because if you notice, there's a lot of commercials come out around Thanksgiving, around Black Friday time, around Christmas time, and that is actually a very slow season for car sales. And that's when obviously the demand goes down, the supply stays the same, and the prices obviously go down. So that would be also your great time to buy. Another great time to buy is going to be going into the May, beginning of June, because once again you're going to the off season, and a lot of people come back from tax time. They got their cars, they no longer need cars, they haven't broke down yet, and they no longer need to get them. So that's another thing. Sometimes it can also be affected by personal reasons. And what I mean by that is, if the seller has a need to sell right now, then you're obviously going to get a lower price. When it comes to dealers, most of the time, whenever they have the car over 3 months on the inventory, they decide to sell it, and sell it fast, because there's a big chance it's either A, on credit, or B, is going to be tying up their money that they could go and buy a good car with and sell it. And I mean, 3 months is a long time. So sometimes dealers even take a hit on it. So basically, if you have a car that you found, you have time to wait, and you notice that it's sat on there for already 6 weeks. Now, you have a really good chance that if you wait and get a much better price on this vehicle, another couple, maybe 2 to 3 weeks coming up, because the dealer's going to be desperate trying to sell that vehicle, or even if it's a private party, they're going to be desperate to sell that vehicle that had it for sale. They're going to be dropping the price, and that's usually the best time. Obviously, you're going to take a chance that they will sell it, that they will drop it to somebody else, that somebody's just going to walk in there, and really it goes back to negotiating, and that's a whole nother topic that I will have to leave for another video, because I'm afraid that this one is getting a little bit too long. I see all the computers going to sleep, so probably need to go and get out of here. So if you find this information helpful, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below, and as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day.